this one I'm late on again. 7 in August. I'm late on it, but again, this is one story I didn't want to talk about because I just thought it was a little crazy. So why not? But basically, Bryson Tiller issues an apology to Timbaland over brutally honest origin story claiming the producer left him broke. And we just got to talk about it. I just want to know. Because again, again, maybe y'all know better than me. I am not too well versed in the Bryson Tiller origin story. I just heard, don't. And I'm like, who's this nigga? This nigga tough. So again, that's what I wanted to know. So apparently he's issuing an apology. So I don't know if Timbaland discovered him before the world did and was working with him. And he basically, I guess, retold the origin and basically said, yeah, Timbaland left me broke. He didn't really do shit for me. So when I seen this, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't really hear none of this shit. Let me see what's going on. Let me tape in a little bit. So, yeah, I'm here to read the article with y'all. You already know what it is. KBZ for Sheezy. Like, subscribe, do all that. Help your boy out. Help your boy grow. You know what it is. You know I'm the kid. You know I talk my itty bitty little fliz. You heard me? But anyways, let's get to it. So, Timbaland was one of the original co-signers of Bryson Tiller's career, with the producer having credit on Tiller's debut single, Don't. I ain't gonna lie. Don't mind being Negro spiritual if we really having a conversation. But anyways, Bryson Tiller is setting the record straight after comments he made about Timbaland on the new Rory and Mal podcast. The Louisville singer took to Instagram to issue a public apology to the legendary producer. He criticized the way his words were amplified by the media. Quote from Bryson Tiller, I'm sorry, Timbaland, Tiller wrote in his post, directly addressing the producer. He admitted that the conversation, which he intended to be candid, became fuel of speculation. I forgot how this industry feeds on controversy, and I fell right into its traps, he continued, liking the press to leeches who drain negativity from harmless remarks to generate likes, comments, and subscriptions. Also with that, hey, you was looking like you was chilling already, Ma. I seen the little comments here and there. You look like you was chilling, you was in your bed. You was having a good little time. So I don't know what they really took out of context. So hopefully they give me a rebuttal, but I have the original thing he said here just in case. But anyways, for Tiller, the real issue wasn't Timbaland, but how quickly his honesty became a narrative of conflict. The singer described the process as an unavoidable hazard of being an artist in the digital age, where casual reflections can be transformed into headlines within hours. Part of the blame, he admitted, falls on his own description to drop the guard. I wanted to be brutally honest with Rory and Mal because I F with them, so intentionally I forgot my media training, Tiller explained. That choice, he suggested, left him open to misinterpretation. I want to see what he said. Penn Griffith. Is that his real name? Anyways, Tiller acknowledged that his desire to speak freely collided with the system doesn't... Okay, whatever. Okay, now let me get to what he actually said, because we need some shit here. Yeah, let's get there. Let me get to where he actually taught his shit. But this wasn't the only real story thanks to a clip by Rory and Mal. Tiller also says that Timbaland was the one to encourage him to pursue music. However, their connection didn't last long as the producer went ghost shortly after telling him to quit his 9-to-5 job. He says they got in touch with one another after the singer uploaded his first smash, Don't. Timbo liked what he heard, and the two got to talking about where he could go with it. He was like, yo, quit your job, Tiller recalled. The 32-year-old was asked to come down to Miami to see the hitmaker in person. However, due to his current job, he didn't know how he was going to make it work. But that's when Timbaland said, this is work. Well, what are you saying? Like, I should quit my job? He was like, yeah. Which I do get what he means. Like, don't get me wrong. Timbaland's like, bro, you got to hit. You get in traction with this music shit. This is what you should be doing. Quit your job and follow your dreams. We have seen this rhetoric. He should have said it better, but I do understand, like, bro, this is your income, probably how you paid for the music video, how you paid for all this shit. So it is what it is. And sometimes people just want to leave the right way. So you might have to, depending on your job, you could quit, but doesn't mean they'll let you go on the spot. Not all the time. Shit, you might have to quit at the end of the shift, nigga. You might have to still show up for the shift and quit. Yeah, you can't just call the nigga on the phone like, yo, I'm quitting. Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, it was what it was. I get it to a certain extent, but I also get like, bro, niggas need money at the same time. and you're still taking a chance with this because you don't know how it's gonna turn out. But again, you're talented, so I could see the Timberland perspective. Anyways, Tiller recalls rushing back to his place of work in his hometown after being in Philadelphia at the time to quit. Hilariously, he told them that Timberland wanted to work with him, but he thinks his gig thought he meant the boot company instead. Either way, after that, Bryson recorded more songs to show him, which he reveals were tracks that made the cut for Trap Soul. However, Timbo wasn't rocking with him too much and wanted more songs like Don't. But with him already having a record like that, Bryson didn't feel he needed to make other records similar to it. Rory Mal asked which cuts the Beat Smith did not like. Tiller revealed to be sorry not so. I fuck with sorry not sorry. I ain't gonna lie, sorry. Been that way among others. Unfortunately, this is when things ultimately came to end between them. After returning home with cash from Timbaland, he was unsure on what to do next. So he called him and asked if he was signed. In a weird twist, Timbaland claims he never told Tiller to quit. After that exchange, they never spoke again. So the songwriter got to work on his debut album in New York, and things eventually worked out. Bryson appears to have no hard feelings for Timbo, but was clearly thrown back for a look. Hey, be like that. Some niggas on some fuck shit. Again. Hey, sometimes the industry's like that. They'll pick you up and spit you out. I'm glad it worked out for you, though. I am glad. Again, maybe the way he explained it was a little crazy, but it is what it is. It was sometimes, I would say, a lot of the time, your first album, not that it's the best, but it's like the standard bearer, because I feel like you put your all into it. Not to say other projects you don't put your all into, but I feel like that's you at your purest form on your first project. You know what I'm saying? It's like the baby version of you, and we always look back at it, like as much as we talk about the Kendricks, Drakes, or whatever, their first project, first mixtape or whatever, you always go back to that and see like, yo, when you listen to that, can you see what this individual became? And is what I'm doing. By the way, if y'all didn't listen to Vices, I know I didn't do a review on it. Very good project. He did the 2-pack, or side A, side B, or whatever. He dropped the first half and then the second. Very good project. I enjoyed it. Very good project. Both of them. So I'm not mad at it. Hey, shout out Bryson. That's really all I can say. Just watch your bag, like I said, man. And gladly it worked out and he figured it out. But hey, another person that might have not been in the best situation. So hey, make sure, hey, people, you be on your P's and Q's and you straight, you hear me? Like, follow your dreams and chase your shit, and you might have to make some sacrifices, but don't make yourself get into a more fucked up position than you already was in. That's all I really gotta say. But anyways, what do y'all think about this? Y'all can learn something from this, but comments down below, links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Blake TJ Day while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, you trying a little bit more, you heard me? And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, shells, gang.